once again everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is it's kind of a funny video. I know I usually am really upbeat and I try to be funny and happy in my videos, but this particular story that I'm about to tell you guys is kind of one of the more serious stories that I have about my life. And to be quite honest, I never thought that I would really film this story time, which is what it technically is in YouTube lingo. It's a story time, and I never thought that I would film this video because I never thought that this was something that I would want to share with the internet. It is a very personal and a private thing, kind of. I mean, my family obviously knows about it, my friends know about it. Whenever I get into a new relationship, this is something that I kind of just have to put out there because I know that it's crazy. And full disclosure, full disclaimer for this video, the story that I'm about to tell you, I was incredibly stupid, incredibly reckless, incredibly illegal. Do not do anything that I did in this story, and most certainly take this as a lesson that you should not have to live to learn. Just learn from my mistakes and don't do anything crazy for a stranger that you met on the internet. So, without further ado, let's get into what is possibly my most serious story time that I will ever do. So, when I was roughly 14 years old, I met this guy on the internet, and it was just in some chat room, chat website, I don't know. I don't really remember all of the exacts and the specifics of it. I just know that it was on some chat website. I have no idea. And basically I met this dude, and I'm not gonna give his name or anything, but we started talking. I probably just turned 14, I want to say, and this guy was 2 years older than me, almost exactly. His birthday was 2 days after my birthday, so it was a very close birthday thing. But anyway, we were pretty much exactly 2 years apart, or a year and 363 days. Yeah, that sounds right. Anyway, that's not even that important. So I talked to this dude from the time that I had just turned 14 till I was like 15, you know. It was like a year and a half, that type of thing. I was actually almost 16 when this all happened. It would have been November of 2013, I want to say. Yeah, November of 2013 or 2012, one of those, I don't know. Anyways, I'm trying to give you guys the specifics, but it's just so fuzzy at this point. Anyway, we were like dating, like from long distance, you know, but it was very on and off. He had a lot of mental problems. I have mental stuff to deal with too, but so we could kind of relate to each other on that kind of level. I don't know, we just got along really well to this day. He's one of the only people who could get on the same wavelength as me. I really did love him. I really did care about him. I still care about him even though we don't talk at all anymore. It's just kind of a thing that never goes away. Those feelings, they just don't go away. So anyway, we talked for like a year and a half, something like that. We were talking pretty much every single day. I don't know, it was a big chunk of my formative years that I was talking to this dude. And we always talked about, you know, we need to meet, we need to hang out, we need to date in real life, and that was always a really huge thing. Like, we wanted to do that for sure. And of course that's, you know, every long distance relationship, right? So yeah, I don't know, I feel weird talking about this, I feel nervous talking about this, even though I know that not very many people will probably see it. It's still, you know, it's nerve-wracking to tell a story like this. So anyway, I'm sorry, I know I'm rambling. Anyway, we're talking, we want to see each other, blah blah blah. And so we were trying to figure out, you know, how can we meet each other, how can we see each other. And my family does not like people that you meet on the internet. They think that everybody that you meet on the internet is out to get you, everybody's out to hurt you, and there are a lot of people on the internet who are out to hurt other people, but a majority is just normal people, you know. So, but like when you're talking to somebody for a year and a half, and like talking on the phone and all this kind of stuff, and FaceTiming and Skyping and all this, you pretty much know the person that you're talking to. You don't know them, but you know what they're like. So I was like, oh, you know, they're not gonna go for that, blah blah blah. And like he was from Ohio, and Ohio is very far away from Louisiana, so it would just kind of be a big thing, you know. So basically I got the bright idea that I would just borrow my mom's car one day and just drive there. It's fine, it's cool. It's not. Borrowing without telling somebody is stealing. So basically, one day in November at like 2 in the morning, I basically decided that I was gonna pack my stuff and skedaddle without telling anybody. So he gave me his address, and I Google mapped it, and I printed out or wrote down all the directions, just wrote down the directions, and I packed up all my stuff, and I quietly hopped to the fence and grabbed my mom's car keys, and I took my mom's car, and I drove without stopping except for gas until I got there. And it was like a good 13-14 hour drive. I was very tired. My mom's car did not have cruise control. I did not have a license. I did not have a permit. I was 15 years old and I had never driven before. But I drove to Ohio without stopping except to stop for gas, and once I asked a cop for directions, and he gave me the directions and sent me on my merry way, having no clue that I had stolen my mom's car, and I was illegally driving, didn't have a license, didn't have a permit, didn't have anything, but he gave me directions anyways. So yeah, I drove non-stop. God, I was a nightmare. I drove non-stop to Ohio except for gas, and obviously asking that cop for directions because I had taken the wrong exit or something. Anyway, I ended up getting there. The directions were slightly off, so I had to ask someone in the town how to get there, and this nice man, he was so sweet, and he took me right to this dude's house, and I got there, and little did I know that in Ohio, where I was, there was no driveways. It was parallel parking all the way. They don't teach us parallel parking down here. I hadn't even gone to driving school. I don't even know. I haven't even gone to driver's ed, so I wouldn't know that anyway, but they definitely don't teach us parallel parking, because girl, I still can't parallel park to this day. But anyways, I got out, I met the dude, it was awesome for like 15 minutes, and then his parents found out that I was there, because it was their house. So anyways, I tried to parallel park this car, and I backed into an off-duty police officer's car. I'm sorry, but if that isn't the most Hannah thing that I've ever done, somebody needs to inform me, because that would only ever happen in this situation to me. So I backed into this off-duty police officer's car. It didn't leave a scratch or anything. It was just like, here's his car, and here's the car's bumper, and it goes, dude. That was it. There was no scratch, no bump, nothing. But he insisted on filing a police report about it. Ugh. And that's what got me caught. So, anyway, the police came and they were like, why is this car stolen? And I was like, because I stole it. And they were like, oh, gotta cuff ya. So I got cuffed and put in the back of a police car, and I got took to juvie. And it was not fun. They do not feed you good food in there, and they still make you go to school. Tell me what kind of thing that is, that you're in juvie, but you still gotta go to class. It was ridiculous. I could make a whole separate video about what juvie was like, because I was there for like 3 days. It sucked. Spoiler alert, it was terrible. So, anyways, I was in there for like 3 days, 2 days, and then, wait, 2 nights and 3 days, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 2 nights and 3 days. I was in there, and my mom had to come and get me, and that was a whole big thing, and it sucked, and I had to go to court, and it sucked, and I was cuffed, and basically it was terrible. Do not steal a car. That's stupid. Like, it's so dumb. But everybody up there loved me. They were like, oh my god, you're Southern. And I'm like, yeah. That's when I found out that people from northern states really like Southern accents. I didn't know that. But anyways, I had to go to court for it. They put me on probation. I was on probation for a year. I did come home after those 2 days and 1 night. It was basically 3 days before I was home. And basically when I got home, I was on probation for a year, like I said. And I had to go to mandatory counseling, which is just like therapy, you know, and it was okay. It was fun. I didn't have a problem with it. Should probably still be in counseling, but it's whatever. It's not that serious, actually. So, yeah, moral of the story is don't steal your mom's car like I did. That's stupid. And like, everybody was worried, and I was like, I'm sorry. I'm a bad person, I know. Basically, when you're young, you do stupid things, and I'm putting this out there so that maybe some of you young, dumb people will not do the same dumb things as I did. You will definitely do dumb things because you are young, and that means you are dumb. I am still young, I am still dumb, I still do dumb things, but not illegal dumb. So yeah, do not steal your mom's car. Don't steal anybody's car. Maybe just don't do illegal things, point blank and period. But yeah, I have definitely learned from that. Don't do that kind of thing anymore. Pretty much just stick to dating people who live near me. It's a lot less trouble, a lot less illegal things could happen. So yeah, moral of the story, don't be a stupid idiot teenager like me. Thank you guys so much for joining me again today for this kind of serious video. I don't know, it was serious at first and then we derailed because I can't ever be serious, so yeah. Leave me a like if you like this video, comment down below, did you do dumb things, do you do dumb things, let me know, and subscribe because I make new videos every Monday and Friday. Thank you guys once again so much for joining me today, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!